What's up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for a new draft. Today I'm playing with Return to Ravnica Flashback Draft, which is not a set I know super well, but I've played a little bit back in the days. It's kind of a newer of, one of the more recent flashback draft, if I may say so. We'll see how it goes. I think the pick here is Hypersonic Dragon, very strong card. Just 4/4 flying haste for 5 is good. Underworld Connection is very solid too, maybe better, but I don't think so. Dragmangler is a solid uncommon. I think all the key runes are pretty strong, and Healer is decent. I mean, this pack had a fair amount of good cards, but I'm pretty sure that Dragon was the best card. Now, well, looks like the best card here might be Arrest. Very, very solid removal. Doesn't go super well with our first pick. Sorry about that. That thing is fine, pretty cool to combo with, probably, but again, I don't know the set well enough to, assess if it's really good, if you have plenty of combos with that or not. Slum Reaper is kind of mediocre, I think. If you have cards like Divine, though, it's kind of cool, you can just combo, kind of. Electromancer is probably fine, and I'm already in EZ, so I could just go with that. I think it'd be better than the Chain Walker. I think this is kind of medium, yeah. Very overcasted Lightning, though they discard at random. I don't think it's awful, I don't think it's great. Nothing special. I don't really love that, but it's not bad. I think we'll go with Electromancer. I mean, the right pick might be Arrest, as it is just a good white removal, but kind of like staying in color. There's another Electromancer here, kind of the same card, Vine, Electromancer, Chain Walker. Really similar pattern. Pissing Needle, not very good. Rakdos Charm is fine, but not even that good, I don't think so. That thing is mediocre. Yeah, there's not much in here. I guess I'll just pick Electromancer. It might, I mean, Gorehouse Chain Walker might be better, I don't even know. But, this is pretty much the same stats, and if I can just get a few instant or sorceries, it's gonna be better, I'm pretty sure. Annihilating Fire is good. Just very solid removal spell. Works well with the Electromancers. I mean, it would work better if it was, I guess, red, 2 colorless, but still solid cards. Pretty nice to see that force peak. I don't know the set very well, but I would assume that a card like this going force peak is a good sign for us. Do like the Scorpion a fair amount. Scavenge is a very cool ability, pretty strong. That thing is pretty mediocre even with the Electromancers. Teleportal. It's kind of cool with a bunch of Electromancers. This is also fine. I think we'll just pick the Fire, though. I mean, very solid removal. I don't see any reason not to pick that. But the two EZ, blue and red cards were quite decent. Do like Void Wielder a fair amount. Basically, you get a 1/4 that's bouncing something. 5 mana is a lot, but 1/4 is, a relevant body. You can block a fair amount, and it's a cool ability. Bouncing is nice. I don't know what this does. Okay, you just loot, kind of. Probably pretty mediocre. Cobble Brute, not great. Electrickery is fine, but it's more of a sideboard option, I think. Hussar Patrol is pretty good, I would assume, but we are not really in those colors. That thing is fine. Yeah, it's back overall not so great. I think Void Wielder might be the best card. I don't know how good it is in this set, but it's probably quite solid. Alright, looks like we might be pretty aggressive. There's a Chain Walker here, which I don't mind. An aggressive 2-drop. That thing is funny, but not really good, I don't think so, because, I mean, if you are lucky, it's gonna work, but in theory, it's a 50-50, and you gain, exactly the double of the life you paid, so Yeah, it doesn't seem very good. That being said, it's a 2/2 for 2. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a great card. There's a Guildgate too, which is probably very solid. I think the Chainwalker might be better. It's kind of close though. Like fixing is really nice. I think I might just it's tough, but I'm gonna go with Guildgate. Like I do like fixing a lot, and sorry, and because we have two Electromancers here and Annihilating Fire, having good mana earlier on is pretty important. I do like Sword Flare a fair amount. I think it's a pretty solid card, especially works well with the Electromancers. Essence Backlash is fine, but I think this is just better. This is more what we want. So that seems open. I mean, again, not an expert about this set, but looks like we are getting some decent cards in our colors. Okay, 2/1 for 2 that mills. Doesn't seem very good. This is very costly and probably, well, it's fine, but for 7 mana it's a bit too much. I think we'll just pick Inaction Injunction, which is fine. Works well with the Electromancers. It's playable. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's like a fine cantrip. I don't think this is very good. Yeah. Funny card. The drawing is pretty funny. I mean, like this dude seems pretty embarrassed. I don't know. Pursuit of Flight, again, not a huge fan, but if we are aggressive enough, maybe we'll play that. Maybe I should just cut the Indrik, which is a solid creature. I don't think I'll ever play Pursuit of Flight. I don't really like that card. We got another Chainwalker. I mean, it's not really another one since I did not pick the first one, but don't really love Cancel. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit. I'm still slightly ill. Not really, but you know, I'm coughing. That's the thing. Cancel, I don't think I'll ever play that, really. I might just pick Pissing Needle. I think it might be a better sideboard option in general than Cancel. Though I guess we are not very likely to face Planeswalkers. Survey the Wreckage is probably playable sideboard option if I see, you know, a 3 or 4 color deck. Okay, well, we have 8 very solid playables, I think, plus fixing, so it's not bad. Ooh, Jarad is very strong, very sweet card. I do like him a lot. Would have been cool to, you know, open that, first pick it, and just, you know, build the deck, basically. But we are not doing that today. I cannot pronounce that. Yeah, I really don't know. It seems fine. I mean, there was a similar card in Time Spiral, which was a white card. I don't remember the name. 3 mana, which would do the same thing, but you did not have to pay 3 mana. But I think the fact that you have to pay 3 mana to use this one makes it much worse. So I'm not super thrilled about that. Chemister Trick is probably mediocre. I think that Lobber Crew is quite strong. If I remember correctly. That thing is fine, but not that good. I think Lobber Crew is the best option here. I remember that thing being very solid. Yeah, we'll pick that. Grave Betrayal is pretty sick if you can get there. But we will not. I could pick the Key Rune, would help me splash for black and help me curve into my 5 drops, but it's not super appealing. I might just pick the Rune Wing. Very fine card, you know. Good old 2/2 flyer for 4 that draws you a card when it dies. The Thug might be better though. Thug is pretty strong, like 3/3 first strike for 3 that cannot block. You have to be aggressive to make that good, but I think we are, you know, aggressive, so that's fine. Grasp is kind of mediocre as it doesn't tap the creature, so you kind of have to take a hit before you can use that. This drawing of Grasp, I mean this art of paralyzing Grasp is pretty cool though. Griffin is solid. I think we'll pick the Splatter Thug. Would assume this is pretty strong. Not sure if it's better than Runewing. It looks better, a bit more aggressive. Okay, I do like Explosive Impacts. I think it's a fine card in general, and I think it really gets quite even better and pretty solid once you have two Electromancers. That's a fine card. You can just kill them or kill a creature. In my deck, it will often cost 5 instead of 6. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely better than any other option. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's solid. I remember Cursor's Accord being very strong in the right deck. Celestia's Token deck being quite good. Call of the Conclave very strong in that deck too. But I guess, Celestia was pretty much cut, I think, back one, so now the one who cut Celestia is kind of, pretty much getting rewarded. I would assume that this is what's going on here. Okay, Ogre Spray is a sweet removal, but we would have to splash for this, which makes it less appealing. Tower Drake, even if you are white-blue, I don't think is great, but it doesn't look amazing here. I mean, it's a 2-1 flying for 3, so we could play it. Don't love the Crasher. I don't know what this does. Nah, it doesn't look very good. I mean, we have 2 Electromancer, but we don't have a lot of instant and sorceries. I don't think we want that. Psychic Spiral is interesting, but I don't think very good. Not super interested in the Chemister trick. I don't think it's bad, but it's not really what I'm trying to do. It might just be the Tower Drake, or picking Ogre Spree and trying to splash for that, which is kind of tempting. I think I'll pick that and try to get some fixing, because Tower Drake is quite exciting, to say the least. There's another Lobber Crew here, which I do like. Don't know what this does. Yeah, okay. Well, you can try to draft this deck. I think it's not bad. Like, it's fairly good defensive body, and it kills fairly fast in the right deck. We are not this deck, but it's probably something that works, that can work at least. What else? Vassal Soul, pretty solid card. I mean, nothing great. I mean, a 2-2 flyer is not that much better than a 2-1 flyer. It's better, certainly better, but not that much better, so I don't think it's great. At least, there's the 2-3 flying for 3, which is very solid, but, 2-2 is not that exciting. Either way, Lobber Crew, I think, is looking decent in this deck. Dynacharge, meh, it's kind of meh. Medium Skin, on the other hand, is not much better. I don't think so. I guess this is playable. I don't really love the card. I guess we'll... And Dynacharge with some Lobber Crew, not the best combo. Maybe we'll just pick the Crasher, which I don't love, but is probably still the better option for us. I could play Backlash, probably. It works pretty well with Crew. You can just stand behind your Crew and, block stuff, and when they cast you, you can just get some more damage and tap this. It's fine, and I don't have a lot of things to do on turn 4. It works fairly well with Electromancer. It's not great, but I don't think there's anything much better. I guess Shred Freak is decent. It's double red, basically, but we are more of a, mostly red with a bit of blue deck than anything, so the double red mana cost doesn't really annoy me. I don't really love this type of card where, it kind of goes in one side and the other. We'll pick the Freak, I think it's fine. Got another Salt Flare. Goblin Rally seems very good though. I'm gonna pick that over the second Salt Flare, I think. Surprised that this goes that late. I think it's a very good card, but maybe I'm wrong. Goblin Rally has to be quite solid though. This is not good, I don't think so. I don't even want to read the card again. I've read it in the past, but I'm not gonna do it again. Yeah, that thing is kind of medium. A lot of mana. At 5 it would be solid, even pretty good, but at 6 it's just too much. I guess I might play Dynacharge. I really don't think the steed is very good. Like, if you could tap it and give something -2, uh, minus O for maybe 1 or 0 mana, it would be good, but at 3 mana each time is just too much. Thing is funny, but probably not very good. I think we'll still pick that. That card is good, I think. It's kind of weird that it wheeled. I guess, there was the 2 mana put a 3/3, so someone probably took that instead, but alright, well, we could use some 4 drops. Don't love the Crusher very much. We have some solid 5s. Some fixing for black could be cool. And then, well, we have some aggressive 2 drops. 2 Lobber Crew to kind of ping them. Not that much Rimfall, but like we don't have nothing either. Kind of like that deck so far. Ooh, Carnival Hellsteed is a very strong card. First strike haste, unleash. Rakdos Ragemouth, quite solid too. Bunch of good Rakdos cards here. Again, sorry about the coughing. The real question is, do I want Hellsteed or Goblin Rally? Which is quite solid with 2 Electromancer. If you can rally on turn 4, it's like it's really good. It's kind of close, especially since I don't have any fixing for black yet. I think it might be safer to just pick Rally, which we know is gonna be good and castable no matter what. Where Hellsteed, a bit more risky. And this works better with the Electromancers. I think I'll just do that. Transguild Promenade is fixing. Launch Party does work pretty well with Goblin Rally, as we have, a bunch of not useless, but expendable token, one might say. I think I could use Launch Party since I have 2 Goblin Rally. Yeah, seems decent. Transguild Promenade is another option as it, helps us splash for the spree. Yeah, the thing is, we don't have any fixing for Launch Party yet, so I don't think we should pick another black card over fixing, so it's probably just another Promenade over the Chain Walker, which is fine, but we have a fair, I think we have enough 2 drops at that point. Another Goblin Rally, another Electromancer. Wrecked here, not great. Another of these destroy target land things. I think stacking too many rallies is kind of risky. Like, that's 5/5 drop is a lot, even though they will cost less. Most of the time, it's a bit too much. I think we'll just pick another Electromancer. Okay, another explosive impact. Inspiration. Skywatch and Freak. I really don't think we want more 2 drop. I think 5 is like really good. Inspiration is kind of cool, fits the curve pretty well, works nicely with Electromancers. Do we want a second impact? I don't know, I mean, like, if we can have the an Electromancer pretty much always on the battlefield, which might not be the case, but we have 3 of them in a 40 cards deck, that's quite a lot, then our curve looks more like this, and it's fine. Now if I don't have Electromancer, having another impact might be a bit clunky, where Inspiration is less risky, I guess. I think we'll just go with Inspiration. The Charm is a card I like a fair amount. Yeah. Do like that card a lot in cube, so I would assume it's even better in a regular set. Some other 2 drops that we don't really need. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear cut. It's a Charm. Well, I guess there is that as a sideboard option. Pretty late Brush Strider, it's a solid card. Pretty late Kiran too. Yeah, we'll pick Battle Horn for the side though. I mean, granted we have an Electromancer onto the battlefield, our curve is really solid. Now if we don't, it's a little bit more clunky, but I think we are pretty likely to get one onto the battlefield, at least I hope. I really hope. card is solid in our deck though, reducing the cost of a decent amount of things. And I also have, you know, like 5 spells that if I have 2 Electromancer can be really cheap, like Explosive Impact for 4 or Goblin Rally for 3. That's pretty solid. And with Inspiration and Thought Flare, I can kind of, you know, combo off. Not literally combo off, but if I have a couple Electromancer, I can start, you know, just drawing a bunch of cards and chaining together some instant and sorceries, which is cool. Rakdos Guildgate is lovely because now that I have this Guildgate and the Promenade, splashing for Aura Spree is like much more doable, and I don't really care about anything else, so it's nice to get this. Currently we have 19 playballs though, which is short. There are a few things I can play from my side, but I don't love them. Hopefully we'll get a couple more playballs by the end of this booster. I don't really want to play the one that's in my side, so I don't think I will ever play 2. I guess I'm gonna cut the Crocodile. Interesting. The card is pretty good. And we have... yeah, I think I'll try to splash for that too. Okay. Injunction is fine, since we need feelers. We got the 3rd rally, okay. I guess... okay, sure. And the impact too. Okay. Yeah, the curve is like super duper greedy if I don't have any Electromancer. It's the greediest curve. However, if I do have some Electromancer, the curve actually becomes fine. But I think playing 2 impact is probably too much. Yeah. And I think we might want to play 18 lands, as we do have a bit of card draw, so I don't really fear, you know, getting flooded. And yeah, we have it's a charm to cycle some lands. Same with Thought Flare. We have Inspiration. I don't think this deck will really like just flood out, but we really want to hit our land drops quite badly. I don't know, I feel like sure, if you have Electromancers, everything is gonna be fine, but it's already quite greedy. But I think yeah, this curve and us not having an Electromancer is gonna be way too slow and clunky and problematic. Nah, I think we'll play 18 lands. I want just 1 swamp. And this would be 11 red, which is fair. 3 black, which is fine. And then 8 blue. 8 blue is enough. Now there's one thing I could do, maybe it's playing explosive impact over the Rage Moth. We have 11 creatures plus 3 rally. Or is it rally? No, I think it's rally. But either way, I think we are not short on win conditions. This thing might be hard to cast. It is not that strong, so maybe playing impact is just better. I think I'll do that. Alright, that's gonna be the deck. Again, greedy curve, but granted we have an Electromancer, things should go pretty smoothly. And we have 18 lands to, you know, to make sure we can play those costly spells. So yep, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed the draft. Thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed. You can also share the video or subscribe to the channel. And I see you guys for round uno.